Hello, TikTok family. Hello, hello, hello. I keep hearing just what makes that little old ant think she can pull the rubber tree plant. Everyone knows an ant can't pull a rubber tree plant, but she's got high hopes. She's got high hopes. She's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. And that's our song for today. Hello, Roxanne. You're gorgeous, right back at you. This is all about, I'll have a message before I start doing readings. And you know what our message is today, you guys, is just show up. I was supposed to do this. I was running late. Hi, Caroline. I could not find my phone cord or my charger for my phone. And sometimes things don't have to be perfect, guys. Just show up. Show up late, just show up. I think a lot of us have had, thank you, Tanya, PTSD from things not working out before. So we're like, I don't want that to happen again. Just show up. Right, Tanya? Tanya, have I had the privilege of giving you a reading before? Thank you for coming in, you guys. I do have, hey, Miles, how are you, sweetheart? I do have 10 openings today. I'm just going to let my moderators know that I have 10 openings today. I'm so glad you're here, Tanya. If for any reason we get more, I can always do them via text. Pink Petal, what is up, sunshine? So these are 2 card pulls. I will be pulling them from the Talks to Heaven by James Van Praagh. Of all the times where I've studied with people and kind of like observed people, he's one of them. Teresa Caputo, Gordon Smith, these are all mediums that I either studied with or went to their classes or just observed them for a long time, read their books in order to kind of try to find out how to be a medium. Because a lot of us like know how to swim, right? But you still need the lessons. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So I am a natural born medium. My grandmother came to me when I was 5 years old. I did not know what a medium was. My mom told me that my grandmother came to see me before she passed or when she passed away. So that just made me feel like this is just something everybody does. It wasn't until elementary school later on where people were like, you're weird. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do readings for people anymore. And then when I was in college, people were like, you're psychic. I'm like, okay. So I started learning about it, had a lot of premonitions. One about my good friend Tommy crying at 3:30 in the morning. I hadn't spoken with him for like a year and a half. So I just looked up his phone number and called him out of the blue and told him that I had a dream and that he was crying at 3:30 in the morning. And not that it's not okay for a guy to cry, because it is. Excuse me. It's just all the time that I've been around Tommy, who is such this tough persona. He was on the Willmans team. I never saw him cry. And so it was unusual for me to have a dream of someone like rocking in a fetal position like that. And as I called him, he said, Julie, this is really weird for me. I haven't talked to you a while. I received a phone call at 3:30 this morning that my dad passed away. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go because this is weird for me. And I'm driving right now to go home. And I hung up the phone and I cried for him and I cried for me because I didn't understand what it was that I had and what was going on. And that was about the age of 25. And at the age, I studied for 11 years. And then when I was about 36, it busted wide open saying, you want to use me or what? You've been playing around with this long enough. Just giving people messages of your friends, and it's time to like come out and start doing this for a living. So if you get a reading from me, you're in good hands. I care a lot about what I do. I have a 4-year degree from Cal Poly in psychology and human development. So I mix that with my gift of reading, and I just love helping people in general. So thank you for being here, and thank you, moderators, for being here too. Oh, thank you. It's called A Long Shag, and I've been cutting it from TikTok videos. So thank you. And hi, Elena. Woo! So Tanya is my first reading today. I do have 9 more openings. So I'm going to go ahead and drink some water and let everybody say hi. If you'd like to sign up, thank you. What is going on with my hair today? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I actually cut it from a TikTok video on how to do long shags. I'm sure my hairdresser is going to be like, no, you guys are so awesome. And here's the thing. Thank you, Tanya, and everybody else. I used to get made fun of for having this color hair. It's like strawberry blonde, but people were like carrot top or whatever. So I always wanted to dye my hair blonde. And now the thing is it doesn't show gray. So I'm like, yay, you don't need a hairdresser. You did fabulous. Thank you. I think that there's some spots where they're going to be like, hey, what'd you do here? But I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I love how you guys have made friends in this group and kind of like leaned on one another, and each other has helped each other for resources. So thank you guys so much for that. I would have known that when I was in Oregon, I would have had you cut mine. So Kim is not only my moderator, but has turned out to be such a great friend of mine. And thanks Melissa, she also has 2 kids and they're in Oregon. So Melissa is second. Let me see what Miles said. Miles, my daughter cuts my hair now. She cuts all 6 of them. Miles. So do me a favor, if you're not following my moderators, Linda and Kim, please do so. They're absolutely amazing moderators. If you could say hi at this time. And she has the best little sister. Yes, she does. And Elena cuts her own and her daughters. Yeah, I actually got professional scissors because the first time I did it, I just used whatever scissors, and it was like they were not healthy. But please follow my moderators. We're trying to get Kim to 1,000 so we can go live together. I would absolutely love that. But thank you guys for being here. I am going to start doing readings pretty soon when I connect and I start doing readings. You're welcome to kind of comment. Hi, Melissa, you're definitely second. I'm so glad you're here. I've known Melissa forever. Hi, Kate. Once I start the readings, you're welcome to comment a little bit. There are going to be postcards. When I do mediumship readings where I charge like $50 and I really get into it, it's better if you don't comment. This isn't as, what do I say? I can still concentrate when I do the cards. So you're welcome to comment a little bit, but I always ask you to hold space for the person who's getting a reading, just like you would like that for yourself. So I am going to begin. And moderators, I do have 8 more openings. If it goes over 10 readings today, I can do your readings by text, which is, I think someone was in here and I did her reading by text after. So thank you. And please, I understand some of you guys like to send gifts. I was educating people on that. It's not needed at this time. Just a donation is better. Yeah, so Carolyn, we were talking about that. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so Tanya, I'm going to start your reading. And the message, I always get a message before I start doing readings. Oh, good. Say the thing that you were going to say. Oh, and it's 444 here, which is, I do angel readings, so this is great. The song I kept hearing was getting ready today. Hold on one second. There's 2 songs. One's High Hopes by Brandon Urie, and the other one was it's like, just what makes that little old ant think he can pull that rubber tree plant when everyone knows an ant can't pull a rubber tree plant. So I've got high hopes. So there's always a message to anchor in when I do a reading, and it's for the group. And there's something that people just need, like you have a plan and you're doing everything that you need to do. And you're just at this blind faith right now where you're just hoping that you're on the right path and hoping these doors start opening. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Tanya, I'd love to do your reading. It's Tanya, then Melissa, and then I have 8 openings. These are the different ways that you can pay, and I'm going to go ahead and focus right now. Let's see. So Tanya, thank you for letting me do these readings for you. Can you let me know who you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And there is a lady, and she's loud and unapologetically herself. Okay, Dad. Is Dad's mom crossed over too? There is a lady that's like, I feel like I would call her loud. And with Dad, can I ask you, did he smoke? Okay, yes to his mom being crossed over. Yeah, she's over there too. And is there Daisy or David? I'm trying to do your reading and I'm trying to pay attention here. Okay, show me. Angels, show me. Used to. Okay, that would be how he starts to show. Okay, so one of the cards I'm getting for you is, I wish I would have told you more often how much I love you. So I get a feeling from Dad, he's making me, say it again. Not when you were younger, but when you were older. Why did he say that? Was your dad not very close to you when he was younger, but then you rekindled when he was older or something? Because he makes me feel like if he wish he wouldn't have held back. Like played it safe, held back. Does that make any sense to you? So whenever I see a card like this for somebody in their reading, I always say, look for things in the shape of a heart. That's how, yes, okay. This is how they show you a sign that you're around. And there's a D name coming through. I swear it was like DA. That's for sure coming through. Unless you're working with the DA for any legal paperwork, it was like David or Daisy. But there definitely is a DA, either here or crossed over, that they're trying to show me for that at that time. And this is totally random, but do you kayak or anything like that? I feel like I'm rowing. I'm rowing a kayak. I can hear the water. I can hear the boat. Okay, Dad is passed and your brother with the boat. Is that connected to your brother? So that's we have your feisty grandmother from your dad's side, Dad, and then your brother. Okay, hold on a second. The boat. Who's the boat connected to? There's something like, it can be, so they're going to show me things that describe them or things that describe you. And I swear I just keep seeing what looks like kayak or a boat. You. Okay, thank you for confirming that. So that's their way of saying, I'm watching over you. I see what you're doing. And your brother shows me the number 3. So I have to ask, do you have 3 people? Hi, Mary Beth. 3 people in your family? 3 like this? If it's not that, then it would be March or the 3rd of a month being someone's birthday and or day of passing. And with, I can't tell because I have both male figures here, but hold on one second. Did you help take care of Dad before he passed away? The reason why is because as Dad comes forward, he says thank you. And he actually calls you little mama. Does this make sense to you? Yes. Okay. That would be the way that he shows me that. I'm being drawn to March again, and now I'm being drawn to St. Patty's Day. So I don't know if somebody signed for me as a 4-leaf clover or if there's an Irish reference, but I am being drawn to March over and over again, being someone's day of passing or someone's birthday. Can be anniversary. He passed in March. Thank you. That would be how he starts to come through. I don't know that song, sir. I always say I'm the karaoke medium, but there's a song that goes, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, that's all I know about it. Lovely day, lovely day. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew that song. Just know there's a song and it repeats. Somebody in the chat might know it. They're great about these things. It repeats that. It's going to be a lovely day, lovely day. Bill Withers, I think. Thank you. I just keep hearing that. So yeah, okay, thank you. And then also, sweetheart, with your brother, did you not get a chance to say, yes, it's a great song. Did you not get a chance to say goodbye to him? When your brother comes, I get very dizzy. And I get very dizzy. Hold on one, sweetie. And I feel very heavy and very emotional when your brother comes. So I don't know if he passed in an accident or had an action that was part of his passing, but I feel like there's either unsettled business or I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Does that make sense? He passed in his sleep. Yes, not able to say goodbye. Thank you. And do you know a person named like Richard or an R either here or crossed over? A Lovely Day by Bill Withers. Thank you. Write that down, Tanya. And I always tell people, record your reading. Record your reading, like screen record it. The app usually does, and then you can go here later to my link tree and head over to my YouTube channel, and it works that way too. Okay, let me see. And oh my gosh, again, I think about you every day. So this tells me also, Tanya, that you are, that's okay. That also tells me that you are a hopeless romantic. Do you understand? You are a hopeless romantic. Both cards had the heart on it, which means you love hard. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I keep hearing what a miracle it is that you've been through so much. It's a miracle that you've been through so much and that you're still shining and spreading your light. She says, yes. So after I do reading for somebody, I always say, whatever signs they're showing me to show you, look for the synchronicity of that. Like you were walking and you found a sticker that's in the shape of a heart. You got some coffee and they put a heart shape in it. You looked up the clouds and it was like in the shape of a heart. They're trying to show you a lot of things and sending you love from the other side. I know there is like, there's an R name again, unless somebody Richard, Ricard, Richard. They just keep going like that. That's okay. Put it to the side. Sometimes we're like, well, I have an Uncle Richard, but I didn't know him. It doesn't matter if you didn't know him. If he's on the other side, they'll try to show you things about themselves, things about you during reading, and who they have with them. It doesn't matter if you were actually with them or not. Do you know what I mean? And this is random. There's a Chuck, Richard. This is like Richardson, unless their last name is Richardson. There's a Rich. That's okay. Just put it to the side. Show me the other thing. Did you just go on an airplane trip, or was someone a pilot or something? Looks like a small plane. Okay, I will tell her that, sir. That's okay. Just write it down. I promise you, the Richard or the R name that's coming through, they're also showing me a plane. I always say, write it down. Sometimes we're like, well, that's with my ex-husband's family, or that, why would they be coming in my reading? I don't know, but I do see a plane. So 95% of what I read people about should make sense at the time. If not, write it down and they will show you. Yeah, I know I keep seeing that. So let me step back and see anything else that they want me to tell you. I know when Dad crossed over, he looked at his life and did a life review. He had no idea. How do you want to say it? I don't know how to word that, sir. Can you say it kind of like in a different way? You're very humble about the people that you help. So you'll say, well, anybody could have done it, or I don't know if I really did that much. You're kind of like that. Does that make sense? As your dad crossed over, he realized how much you held space for other people in order for the family to run more smooth. Does that make sense for you? So you never got your thank you, or you never got the credit for all the work. Yes, you never got the credit for all of the work that you've ever done. They're helping you now. So as he's crossed over, he sees that, and you never asked for it. Do you know what I mean? You never asked for it. So when I started doing these readings, it was 444, which tells me that there's plenty of angels helping us in our day-to-day life, but you have so many, and you're very much an earth angel. So I don't know if you ever wanted to go into the medical field or be a counselor, but they are showing me for you wearing the color white. So whenever I see that, it's like doctor, medical assistant, therapist, counselor, and teacher sometimes. And this is the kind of thing where you would go to Target and people will come up and tell you their problems, or when you get your hair done, people tell you their problems. You have that, I call it earth angel. So look up what an earth angel is and write down 444 and look for feathers in unusual places. That's your way of your dad waving to you, okay? But write down that R name. It might be a name that I don't know. If it's like, I did a reading the other day and somebody's name was like Relaya, and I was like, I won't know that name. So just know the R came through, unless they were showing me a place that they lived in, but I think it was a person, and there's an airplane. They just keep showing me that. I feel like I'm taking a hopper. I feel like I'm on an airplane and I'm going on a smaller airplane, like to Sydney, Alaska. You know how they do that in the movie Proposal? I feel like it's something like that. So that's why I was like, did someone have their pilot license? So just know they're showing me that and put it to the side, okay? Thank you, Tanya. I hope this brought you some healing today. Just know that they are, they are your team watching over you. And they're very much around you. And when I tell people that, they say, oh my gosh, they're around me. I don't want people like around me all in my business. I jokingly say they stay out of the bedroom and the bathroom. That's not any of their business. So you don't have to worry about them around there, okay? So I always tell people when I'm doing readings, this is their love for you and your love for them. Once I pull back from your reading, this energy that I'm channeling is always around you, okay? You're welcome, honey. Look up Earth Angel. I feel like you're going to be like, I resonate with this a lot. But there's this feeling of like, well, anybody would have helped and anybody would have done that. But the thing is, Tanya, you've been in many situations where a lot of people have been around and they haven't done that. You have. So there's nothing wrong with putting your head and your shoulders back and giving yourself some credit. Do you understand? Thank you. And Terrence, I did see your number 3, sweetheart, which means moderators, I have 7 more openings for people. I'm going to take a break and drink some water. Thank you guys for being here today. Melissa's next and then Terrence. You're welcome. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Thank you for letting me do this reading for you today. Do you have anybody you want to hear from today? I have a feeling you're going to say Dad, but I'm always open to see who you want to hear from. And they will mention people here or crossed over. Grandma. Okay. Okay. The first card I hear from Grandma is, I just keep hearing some things are not making sense as your life, your path is unfolding. A lot of it isn't making sense, she said. But as you look back, you'll be like, that's why it didn't work out with this person. That's why I'm not supposed to be there. And do you have a Paul or Peter either here or crossed over? She just showed me that. And she says, because of your path, you've pretty much raised yourself. So if there was a time where you had great grandma, if you had a hyper feeling of independence, there's something like, I don't want to bother people, or I'm the helper, so I'm going to take care of this on my own because I don't want to be a burden. Does that make sense? And because of this, I don't know if you didn't speak up for yourself when you were younger, but is it making sense? It's almost like all coming out now. Or when you started to do it, it was like word vomit. You're like, it's just going to come out. So that would tell me that you had to do a lot of clearing. I don't know if you had to break up with somebody or you did a lot of clearing with friends, but you did, okay? And let me pull another card to see anything else. I know, so I'm doing a reading for you, and I do these angel readings, but I also hear angelic. So I don't know if somebody's name is Angelique or Angelic or Angelica, but I literally am hearing that name. That's okay, just write it down. Unless someone collected angels too, I just keep hearing angelic. Okay, perfect. And I do see this card as I no longer have pain. I no longer have pain. She keeps saying, Mom, is your mom here or crossed over? She did. She collected angels. Yep. Thank you. That's why she's like, no, just keep saying it. Mom is here because she keeps bringing up Mom. And I don't know if Mom's frail or if she had a fall, or if you're always helping your mom because your mom needs you, and it hasn't been like a mother's situation. She's not very mothering, but this is where the mother comes in whenever I see this card. And when I see this card, it also means she fell. Okay, that's how grandma's just bringing up that. And as I do this, my throat starts to need clearing. That always tells me like someone had CPOD, or they couldn't breathe, or they were on a machine, because I'm also seeing that. Do you have a Bob, B-O-B, here or crossed over? And that can be Robert. Both did? Okay. Just know when I see this card, I always feel, and Dan, who's Dan to you? So what happened is, do you and Tanya know each other? Because the DA, Dan, was coming through earlier. Do you guys remember that? Now, spirits are supposed to sit crisscross applesauce, and they're not supposed to come before someone else's reading. But do you remember Dan, ex-boyfriend? Yes, best friends. Okay, you guys feel similar? Do you know what I mean? You feel similar? How funny. So just know, if she's been helping you with Dan, and I kept saying there's like a DA name for sure coming through, that's just their way of showing that, okay? There's a Rob or Bobbert. Yeah, there's a Bobbert, Julie. There's a Robert or Bob around you or her, and this is when everybody will start to come through. Whew. Okay, so back to you. This grandmother figure may be the only, what do I want to call, steadfast person, the only reliable person that you really had, so you have good memories of that. She is coming through right now. She says not as much as she would have liked. I don't think she realized how hard your childhood was when she was here. Otherwise, I feel like she would have stepped in. Does that make sense to you when I say that? Like it looked good from the outside, but on the inside, yeah. And you've had to deal with a lot of that healing yourself. That's where she says the miracle is. To even have the courage to look at things when other people are like, especially when you come from a pattern of people just sweeping those under the carpet. But she does say that good things are coming your way. And she talks about you and Tanya, and she says, as Tanya in her reading, I was saying, she's like a hopeless romantic. You are as well. Do you know what I mean? So keep that going. Whoever is in your life is going to be lucky. It's not like your grandmother's wanting to help you kind of change, like, oh, if I get a man, I'll be so lucky because it's hard to find a good man these days. She's like, rewrite that story, Melissa, and say whoever gets a chance to be with me is going to be very lucky because I'm a great person. Do you kind of get where she's saying? Know your value. But whenever I see a card like this, it always makes me feel like I'm either drawn to April or Easter, or someone loved tulips, because I have to pay attention. Yeah, absolutely. I have to pay attention to the flowers in here as well, and the signs that I'm seeing in the cards I pick for you. But just know these are your two cards. And this, yes, I understand. At the beginning of coming on here, I kept feeling like there's a lot of people who they've had a vision and they've held it for like 10 years, 15 years, and they're like, it still hasn't come through. When the heck is this coming through? 2024 and 2025 is where there's a lot of like writers, artists, blogs and video blogs and things like that, and stories being told. So this is, it's like the theme of this decade. So just trust that all those ideas were planted. If they didn't take off when they were taking off, it could be that you were raising kids or helping someone else during that time, but it has been unfolding. And she just says now is your time to up your self-care and just to keep having faith. Does that make sense? And eventually there is a story to write when you're ready. Does that make sense to you when she says that? Try not to talk yourself out of a good idea. Yes, you don't have to be perfect. God knows I am not at all. I'm doing this in the little corner office in my room. So you can start anywhere. You're going to get a feeling of, by February of 2024, she tells me, that you've had an idea. It feels like gathering women, telling stories. I don't know what form it is, but she says once you start that, it's going to go fast. So she's showing me a picture of my friend Emma, who started a podcast like 3 years ago, right during COVID. They are already sponsored and making more money than her day job did. And they're gathering women and they're telling stories. Everybody has something like that. Your birthday's in February. Yep. That's why I'm seeing that. That will be the time where you just kind of wake up and go, F it. I am not waiting for a job to come to me anymore. I'm going to start creating this. I'm going to stop overthinking it and just see where it takes me. Okay? But best of luck with everything. Just know she is very much around you, sweetheart, helping to make up the work that she did not do here. And please try not to be so hard on yourself when things seem to not be turning out right for you. Sometimes we have a breakup or it doesn't work out. You're welcome, Melissa, in a relationship and we're like, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes things aren't working out because we're doing something right. Do you know what I mean? It's like if your kids wanted to date somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I hope that doesn't work out. Your angels are the same way. They're like, can we get rid of Dan? Can you go with someone better? Even though at the time he's like, he seems better. You were settling. He seems better than most guys. She does not want that for you. She's like, God, did we come this far to just settle and be like, well, it's better than... You know what I mean? She does not want you to be in a relationship where it's like, well, it's better than being alone or it's better than the other guys I've dated. Do you know what I mean? No. We're not settling. Perfect. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you, Grandma, for coming through so clear. And Terrence, you are next. I'm going to pull some cards for you. And then while you guys are sitting here, please know I'm just so glad you're here. I have 2 moderators helping for today. You're welcome, Melissa. And I always tell people, try to screen record if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Usually gets recorded and put over on my YouTube channel. And if you want to know where that is, you just double click here and go to the links and you'll see everything. Perfect. Terry, thank you for letting me do your readings today. As I'm pulling cards for you, sweetheart, who do you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. How often do we get a card pull? While I'm doing your reading, it's like you're next on the list. Once you make the payment, then I put you on the list and then I give you some messages and pull your cards. You'll kind of see what I'm doing right now with Terry. You want to hear from your daughter. Perfect. How often should we get a card pull? Oh, should we? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how I saw that. Whatever works for you. I always say, sorry guys, I read that too fast. Whatever works for you. I don't tell people how often to get a reading. I always just say whatever is going to work for you, that's the best thing to do. So I've got 2 cards for you here, Terry, and they're absolutely beautiful. It says, I send you signs through nature. So I just know that your daughter had this thing with feeling like school wasn't her thing. A lot of crowds I don't feel like are her thing. She feels kind of like shy and reserved around a lot of people. But when she has individual groups that she felt safe with, she really opened up. And then you almost couldn't get her to stop talking. Does that make sense too when I say that? And do you know those candy canes that have the little whistle on the top in the plastic? All correct, absolutely. Thank you. And they have the M&Ms in them. Did you guys just buy those or something? They're plastic candy canes, and then they're M&Ms in it, and then you take the top off, and it's a whistle. I don't know if you just bought those for grandkids or something. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Yes, for grandchildren. Thank you. That's her way of showing me that. And whenever she shows me something like this, she also would want to say, tell my family it is definitely time to make a wish. And this is as a reminder that I have transformed. And I love cards like this and messages like this, because we think of a person just being themselves, but we forget it's body, mind, and spirit. And when the body dissipates, the spirit transforms into a different form. It's still energy, it's still love, it's still around you. And so for the butterfly, it goes from turning to a caterpillar into a butterfly. It's not gone, the caterpillar's not gone, it's just transformed into a different form. So I love this card for that reason. She does also show me a sign of a rainbow. So when someone does that for me, I just say, this is a sign for hope. But in the message on the card, it says, I am so much better now. So she obviously was in a lot of pain, not caused by her family for anything. She just keeps saying that her family was why she stayed as long as she did. But she had a lot of pain, like not fitting into society or feeling like odd. And what's crazy to me is she's so beautiful, but she felt so like awkward. I don't know. Yes, she was in pain. Yes, you understand. So she doesn't want you to think of her on how she left. Does that make sense? She wants to think of you to think of her now. Does that make sense to you when I say that? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah. So as she was like, Julie, I felt awkward. I was like, are you kidding me? You're just gorgeous. Yeah. Just gorgeous. And she's like, she's so funny. She's like, well, I know that now. So her sense of humor is hilarious. But I don't know if she had long hair or if she flipped her hair, both when she got excited and mad about stuff. But I feel like I have long hair and I feel like I'm flipping it. I don't know if that makes sense. And I don't know if there was a story, yes, long hair. And I don't know if there was a story about her putting on her glasses, or this just happened to mom or somebody, where they were wearing glasses and put their glasses up and their glasses actually got caught in their hair. Thank you, Tanya. Is this making sense to you when I say that? It would be like a story, like someone had glasses, put them up. Either they were like, where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? And they're like, they're on top of your head. Or there was something like my oldest daughter, Mary, did that with glasses. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, either someone did that and had glasses, put them on top of their head, and they're like, where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? They're like, they're on top of your head. Okay, just know this is her way of coming through and showing that. I'm asking anything else. Say that one more time. Go back to the thing. Did she like Beetlejuice? Yes, lost them. Okay, on top of their head. Okay, she's laughing. And I was like, are you excited for Christmas? Do you have any messages for them for Christmas? And she literally said, say Beetlejuice. I was like, why am I saying Beetlejuice? Like, Beetlejuice. The movie Beetlejuice. Do you know what I mean? Where they you say it 3 times. Absolutely loved Beetlejuice. Are you kidding me? This is so cool. She literally said, say Beetlejuice 3 times. I was like, okay. Yeah. Just know this is her way of coming through. She absolutely loves her family. Anytime I hear something like a forewarning, hold on one second. She just showed me wrapped candy on the ground. It felt like butterscotch or something like that. And she showed me a little toddler and she said, that's too, how do you want to say that? That candy's too small for them. I don't want it to get caught in someone's throat. So I don't know if someone has small wrapped candy. For some reason, I'm seeing it on the floor. It makes me like when people hit a piñata, but I'm just seeing it. And she said that candy, she's concerned about it being around one of the kids. I don't know if it's just a hard candy. I don't know if this is making sense. And it can be a cough drop. It's candy. Okay, it's candy. Just know she just shows me a forewarning. So she has kids and they're around the little wrapped candy. She has you. She has young kids. Okay. There's something about, it reminds me of the butterscotch candy. So I don't know, Dad, if you guys used to have that or if someone has that now. Oh, show me that again. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I loved the, you know how they had the individually wrapped candy and it came in butterscotch and in cinnamon? Do you remember that kind? My mouth is watering now. Those are my favorite, but they're older. It's like grandparents would just had them. Yeah, we'll pass the message along. So she'll kind of show me those, and then she'll be like, by the way, now that the kids are okay, those were my favorite. Yeah, my grandparents used to literally have that candy, and then they had the toothpicks that you put in cinnamon oil. Oh my gosh. I would like drink the cinnamon oil. I was so crazy. But they would put the toothpicks in the cinnamon oil. It's like that. Okay, so there'll be double messages and a postcard messages. Katie says, I choked on a butterscotch when I was 5. Yep. And then I'm going to go back to this too, because I keep seeing the toddlers walking around. I keep seeing the candy. Yes, you love that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then she would be bringing that up too. Can I see anything else? Say the thing that you were just going to say. Or did you drive around with the kids? Is this a tradition where you drive around with the kids and look at Christmas houses or something? Or people go caroling? Caroling? We just went to, she's showing me a lot of people. I'm trying to understand what she's saying. We just, it's something similar. Like we, downtown in Oregon, we just had a tree lighting ceremony that we went to, and all the kids went and they drank hot chocolate, and we sang Christmas songs. We drive around and look at lights. Okay, thank you. That's what it is. So I'm pulling back, Daddy. Just know this is her way of coming through. She loves her family so much. You guys have to know that. And don't ever let a medium tell you that because of the way she passed away, that her spirit hasn't crossed yet, or that it's in pain. She said, absolutely not. I am healing over here. I feel so much better than I did before. And she definitely loved nature. Like this is a girl who could go outside, no makeup, hair in a ponytail, barefoot, and just run through the grass. 100%. Like I just feel like it's freezing out there. It's 65 degrees. She's like, I don't care. Yeah, we love her so much and we miss her so much. I know, sweetheart. And you guys are doing an amazing job. You're doing an amazing job. She does keep saying Mom and Dad need a vacation, just so you know. So could you guys do me a favor? Because this is an actual magical group, which you probably didn't know that. Yeah, 100% with nature. Please put a heart in the comments for Terry and his family, because they lost their daughter, was it 2 years ago? This will be like the second Christmas. Thank you guys. And they are manifesting, so let's help them manifest. I just heard believe, because they want to do a Disney trip with the grandkids. It's like their daughter's kids, and they want to do something different to kind of lift them through the spirit of this year. It's 1.5 years. Sorry, sweetie. And so they want to take her to, want to take the kids to Disneyland. So they're either just going to win it, someone's going to give it to them, someone's just going to get a bonus. No, you didn't at all, Roxanne. Thank you. Everybody just put in the comments, please, and send that, and just let's hold space and just picture it. I'm picturing it, and I'm picturing me sending, like sharing it on a post on here to show you guys. And just so you know, Terry, as I pray for you guys for that, I just kept hearing, if the kids are really small, and hi, Dee Dee, and you're thinking like, oh my gosh, we want all of them to go. If there's something where the money's coming in and you can only take the older kids and maybe one of the younger kids, if the youngest one won't remember it, save that money for when they will. She said, it's going to be okay. She said, it doesn't have to be perfect. She literally just said that. So good luck to you guys, and thank you for allowing me to do that reading for you. Thank you guys so much. And I'm just going to pull back a little bit. And Tanya, thank you. I think you paid for the reading before. Did you want another reading? Thank you, Terrence. Disneyland has a 50 kid tickets in January. Oh, what is it, Katie or Kate? What does Disneyland have? Has a 50 kids tickets? Thanks, Tanya. Hold on one second. What is it that Disneyland has? Disneyland has 50 kids tickets in January. I don't know what that is. Oh, $50. They do? Oh my gosh. So I think they wanted to go to Disney World, but gosh, if you guys can go to Disneyland. Katie, how do they find that? And just a quick note, I just want to share this, and I'll do your reading in a second, Tanya, but I have to share this. You know how they say like Disneyland is a magical place? So my special needs sister, we lost both of our parents, one in 2000 and one in 2006. Thank you. It's a special online, and they've been advertising on TV. Okay, Terry and Dee Dee, let's get you in there. Thank you, Katie. So my special needs sister loves Disneyland. She doesn't go on a lot of rides there. She only goes on like It's the Train and It's a Small World. You're welcome, Terry. But I absolutely love to take her there just because her reaction. So a couple years ago, I took her there on her birthday, and we lived in San Jose, California at the time. So I flew her down to Long Beach where my other sister Rebecca lives. And Angie is my special needs sister, and we call her Angie the Angel. And I wanted my mom to show me that she was around us while we were there. My mom's birth name is Lillian, but she went by Elaine. I don't know why. I think Lillian's such a beautiful name. Anyway, just know that. So we get off the plane and we get in our taxi. Before Uber and Lyft. We get in our taxi. I tell the taxi driver, whisper to him where we're going. He's like, okay. And then Angie's in the car, and I have a video and I can't find it anywhere. And I say, Angie, do you know where we're going? And she goes, yeah, my sister's house. And I said, we are going to go there later, but do you know where we're going right now? I'm surprising you. We're going to Disneyland. And she goes, and she rubs her hands together when she gets all excited. The cab driver starts crying. She's crying because she's like, Disneyland? And she goes, Hootie? She goes, Hootie, Disneyland? Me and you? And I said, yeah, Betty, we're going to go to Disneyland. She said, oh boy. And she started crying. I started crying. Cab driver started crying. We pulled up. We stayed at the Grand California Hotel. And I just got an average room because if you know that hotel, it's really expensive. And so as we came into the hotel, dropped off from the cab driver, we walk in and Angie looks around and she goes, wow. And she does this cute little turn because in her mind, she thinks she's like 5 and 6 years old. And she was just in awe of the lobby. And the manager like looked at me and he's like, are you guys checking in? And I said, yes, we are. He said, what's your last name? I said, Dart. To go over, check in. And he's like, looks at the other employee and looks at me and he goes, you know what? We're going to bump you guys up to the club level. And I said, what? And he goes, yeah, we're going to bump you up to the club level. And I said, oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. And I said, we're staying here for her birthday. She's going to love that. And by the time we checked in and went to the club level, they had all these happy birthday balloons in the room. They had cookies, cake, like anything you could think of. It was insane. And so I was like, okay, Mom, show us a sign that you're with us. We had lunch and we walked around. And then we had walked around and then we went over to the rides, and the lady who checked us in, her name was Lillian. And so I was like, that was a sign from my mom, letting us know that she was watching over us. She could see everything happening. And then when we spent the day at Disneyland and we came back, my mom always used to sing, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And we walked into the lobby. The guy there was playing a guitar for all of the kids, and they were sitting around drinking their hot chocolate or whatever. And Angie and I sat down in the kids area, and all of a sudden the guy kind of stopped mid-song. And he said, I don't know why, I just want to take a break from that song. I just feel the need to sing this song. And he's like, you are my sunshine. And Angie and I were like, oh my gosh. So when you do things like that, look for their name, look for a song that they used to sing you. Like, they will show up for you. Do you understand? Oh, it's one of my favorite stories. And if you like that story and you want more stories like that, go over to my story and you'll see my story with her about Santa Claus, which makes me cry every time. I'm even starting to cry now. It's just magical things have happened when I'm with Angie. Whew. Perfect. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny's here. I'm drinking my water, guys. When you channel, there's so much water. your channel, you drink like what? What's Angie's favorite Disney? Angie is magical. She calls herself Angie the Angel. I'm like, I'm starting to think you are. What is Angie's favorite Disney character? She loves princesses. She loves Little Mermaid. And it's a running joke that and Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, those are, I would say like Minnie and Mickey. And then say the other thing is like her favorite Disney princess I know is Ariel. But she was taking a picture with Goofy one time, and you know how his feet are really big, and she goes, you know what Goofy did? He stepped on my toe. So she always goes Goofy, like, but it's her running joke because when we see him, she always gives him a hug. And I would love to take her to Disneyland again. Speaking, I'm just putting it on my manifestation list. Her birthday's January 11th, so it's 111, and I would love to take her again. I'll put that on my little list. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, moderators. So Tanya, I'm going to do your reading. Thank you so much. I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. And at this time, I just want to know who you want to hear from. I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Hi, Sierra Desiree. I haven't seen you forever, honey. I keep sending you all these videos that I think are cool. She's like, why is this lady messaging me? So Tanya, sometimes I can see your message. If it freezes, like go in and come back. Can you guys comment? I don't know if it's frozen. I don't know what's going on. Yes, I've been getting them. Thank you. A guy friend. Okay. You have a guy friend who's passed? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm so sorry, sweetie. The first card I pulled for you was my death was painless. Please don't hold on to guilt and don't worry. That's one of the things that I'm feeling. And I don't know if he had addiction problems, because I keep feeling like whenever they show me this, I know when it's really good, it's really good. And then when it's really bad, it's really bad. Does that make sense to you as I pull him forward? Yes. Okay. Sorry about that. And I'm supposed to talk about the 7th or the 17th being someone's day of passing, or their month of passing, the 7th or the 17th, 7 or 17th. And I am getting this card saying, I'm not dead, which means hold on, I will say that. Is his mom here or crossed over? And are you good friends with his mom? I keep hearing mom. So when the spirits pass and I will tell her that, thank you, sweetheart, and they pass and they look at their life, they're either happy of their life or they're not. She's here. And are you good friends with her? Or did his mom love you? Because there's something about, like, I feel a connection with his mom and you for some reason. Okay. This is totally random, but I don't know if your favorite drink is Dr. Pepper or root beer. I can't tell the difference when that taste comes, but just know I'm tasting it when I'm trying to give you this reading, okay? Can I ask you, did he have a head injury? As he comes through, my head is on fire, like throbbing. It's throbbing. And this is the 3rd time he showed me this. So I have a nephew, Patrick, who passed away very young, in his 30s. So did he pass away in his late 30s or early 40s? Thank you, Sarah. You are number 5, honey, right after Tanya. Okay. Did he know? Okay. The other thing is that Patrick had that where he had an action that was part of his passing, if that makes any sense. because he showed it to me 3 times, and then I'm also being drawn to the month of October or the 10th of a month, because he shows me like that as well. That's okay, just put it to the side. When I see this, it's either him or he's pulling in someone with him, where when it was good with him, it was really good with him. When it was bad, it was really bad. Do you understand that part? Because whenever I start to veer off and it doesn't make sense, I always rewind it back. I'm always rewinding it back. I can tell you somebody like fell or had a head injury. Yes, I'm going to go back to that. So he'll go back and say, I had an action that was part of my passing, meaning I did not take care of myself. I had addictions. Something led to his passing, an unhealthy way of living where he passed younger than he should have. That's how he puts it to me. Does that make sense? He had cancer. Was it, yes. Did it start to go from his body into his head? Because I get to the point right now where you're talking to me and I almost can't focus on my vision, or I can't see you. Yes, okay. That's why I'm getting it to my head. Like, it almost feels like a brain tumor. And it's in the frontal lobe area. I just keep feeling like that. So as I pull back, hold on one second. 30s or 40s? 30s or 40s? Did you know him when he was in his 30s and 40s? I keep being drawn to that age. Okay, thank you. And I've done a couple readings today. Were you the one that likes boats and water? Because you know that song by Styx, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. I'm so drawn to that. Yes? Okay. I'm so drawn to that song. He just keeps showing me that. Hold on one second. Say the thing. Go back to that. Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the numbers that he's showing me. So he kept showing me the number 7. So whenever they show me that, it's like I passed on the 7th month. Someone's birthday's on the 7th month, but he just keeps drawing 7, meaning this is a day of someone's passing and or birthday, or someone has a birthday in July, or they passed in July. Just write it down. He just keeps showing me that. And there's a J name that he's trying to show me. So someone's named John here or crossed over. The J name is very prominent. He just keeps showing me that as well. That's okay. I always say just write it down. He just keeps drawing it. So it can be, try not to think of like someone alive or past, or someone, it can be a friend that you guys hung out with, his mom's name, his dad's name, his brother. He's drawing it over and over again. Your brother. Okay, thank you. So when I did your reading before, sorry, I don't remember things. Was your brother passed as well? And whether they knew each other or not, or did, they're over there together as part of your spiritual team, and they will come through. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, thank you. And one of the things that I just keep hearing are, yeah, hold on one second. Say the thing that you just said. I don't know if before you had a lot of people pass away back to back. If before, when you were younger, if I were to say, oh, we're going to go see a psychic, if you would have said, oh my gosh, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, I'm not going to go to a psychic. But now that people have crossed over, if that has been the catalyst for you kind of researching all this stuff to see how it works, they did know each other. Okay, thank you. Does that make sense to you when I say that? Unless someone passed, yes, okay, thank you. Unless someone passed away in 2007, he still is showing me a 7. Just so you know, I would say just write it down. It will make sense. The moderators are always laughing in here because they're like, what are you talking about writing it down? And then they do it and they're like, I had to write it down because that didn't make sense at the time. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Go back to the thing. I just know that he's, when I pull him forward to ask him anything else, I feel rather numb because I feel like this broke his mom's heart, and rightfully so. So I don't know if you still talk to his mom or if just pray for his mom or send his mom good energy and think of her in a good light, because this was very hard for her. Does that make sense to you when I say that? And I don't know if it was your brother or your friend that they were really popular or well known in high school. So when they graduated and that kind of thing didn't continue, they had a rough time with it. Yes, and I'll do the same. Thank you. Does that make sense to you when I say that? Thanks, Kimberly. Okay, thank you. Because I feel like I had that's back in when I had my heyday. And I thought from high school that I was going to be so much more than I am. I won't know which guy it is. They feel similar in ages where it's really hard to tell one from the other. But just know as they come through, this is how they show that to me for you. And they do connect. Is this still connecting? Because it froze, I think, because I was on my... Okay, sorry, you guys. I just got a phone call. I wish this app would put it... Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect, Tanya. Thank you for letting me read for you for him. And Tanya, you have healing energy, so I don't know if you've ever wanted to do Reiki or if you wanted to get yourself some cards. I love these cards. I always go by energy, so you can go look at cards to see what has good energy. There's also just energy, like Louise Hay has cards with affirmations on them, like so fun. But I just keep feeling like you're more intuitive than you think. And as time goes on, you're like, I'm just giving people, and it's just common sense. It's like, no, you're actually giving people readings. I left my question in Venmo so that I'm not filtered here. Oh, okay, Kim. I can't read it because I'm on here with you guys, but hold on and I'll log off and then come back. Okay. But thank you, Tanya, for allowing me to give you that reading. I have to just breathe here and kind of disconnect from his energy because yes, you love to help people. But learn like Reiki or a way to like protect your energy so that you're not like a sponge absorbing people. I'm surprised you're not reading people now. Do you know what I mean? You're like, I'm just running around giving advice to people. You're welcome. Yes, I do have more openings. I have about 3 more openings right now. So Kim, 7, 8. Yeah. I did not get yours, Pink Petal. Or is yours through Venmo or PayPal or Zelle? Let me just hold on one second, you guys. Venmo. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to log off. I'm going to come right back. Okay, you guys? Okay, Linda. Do. Come on, you silly app. It's showing I'm back. Am I back? Perfect. I saw your question. Thank you, Kim. It goes Sierra, Kim, and Rose. Is that Pink Petal? Is that you, Sunshine? I'm back. I'm back. And then so I would have 2 more openings. And then if it goes, hi, Lori. Happy holidays to you. Rose. Okay. So it goes Sierra, Kim, Rose, and then I think Linda probably. I'm just going to put Linda's name down there. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Woo! Angels, angels, angels. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So Desiree, I'm getting ready for your energy and doing your reading, sweetheart. Can you please let me know who you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. And I don't know if Yeah, if dad's mom is crossed over. Is that dad's mom? Thank you, Linda. Is that dad's mom? Because I definitely have a grandmother on dad's side coming through. And let me pull the cards for you. Can you see me okay, Desiree? Sierra, Desiree, Sierra. Sometimes you have to log in and come back, log out and come back in. Yes. And is that who you wanted to hear from? Dad's mom? I just have to stop for a moment. I don't know if you have really long hair. You wanted to hear from mom's mom. Isn't that how it always goes? We're like, not today, Grandma. Go back to the thing that you were going to say. I don't know if you have really long hair, like long hair, but she keeps talking about how much she loves your hair. So I don't know if she used to do your hair and your hair is long now, or if she couldn't have long hair and she would have loved to have your hair. I'm just saying she's showing it to me. And then, do you have a sister? I do. She would always tell me she loves my hair. Thank you. She's coming through now too. Okay, Grandma. Okay, so sometimes, this is a good learning lesson. Sometimes spirits cross over and they're just a spirit next to you. They're a family member or a friend helping you to further your life here, to be part of your spiritual team. She makes me feel like she's your guide. Does that make sense to you when I say that? And I keep seeing these. I wish I would have told you more. Yes, how much I love you. But this also makes me feel like I'm being drawn to like Valentine's Day or February for some reason when I pull this card. And I keep hearing, don't be afraid. And she also says, don't dim your light so that other people can shine. You were born in February. Yep, that's it. That's why she brought me to the month of February. And I don't know if you feel like you're more like her than you are your own mom, or if you favor her, like mannerisms and things like that. But there's a reason why she would be your guide. Do you understand? There would be a reason why. And I don't know if someone worked for the railroad. Yes, for sure. Thank you. I don't know if someone worked for the railroads or they lived by a railroad track, but I'm so drawn to like a railroad track. It's crazy. Hi, Dr. Renee. She did. Okay, thank you, because she shows me that as well. One of the things with her, as she describes herself, is this woman didn't have a lot, but she kind of was like Mary Poppins, and that nobody went without when they were around her, so she was kind of magical. Because in a way, she makes me feel like people are hungry, but I don't have anything in my kitchen. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be able to feed 12 people when I just looked in her cabinet and I didn't see that much in there. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if she ever wanted to open up a restaurant or someone was in the food industry. And can I ask you? Yes, she would always figure it out. And you're like that. You're like an optimist. So when people are like, oh, it's never going to work out, and you almost can't like hang around with people like that, because you're like, I'm positive. I'm going to hope for the best. What's wrong with hoping for the best? It might work out. Do you know what I mean? I just keep seeing that. And do you have a son? Okay, you're like that. And do you have a sister? And if you do have a son, is he getting taller than you? There's something where I feel like, yes, you have a sister and a son. I feel like I'm next to my son and I'm like, by this time next year, you're going to be taller than me. Like, I've always been taller than you. I can look at you and I just feel like, yes, he's taller than me. Yes. And it's something like it just happened, or it happened overnight. Like this time last year, we were neck and neck, and now it's like he grew up and he's taller than me. Hold on, say the thing that you were just going to say. She keeps talking about, I don't know if he's been having growing pains or something like that, or if his feet are getting really big and hurting his shoes. There's something where the Hulk, she says, she calls him the Hulk. I feel like I'm growing out of things. Like one day I get him a pair of shoes and some pants, and like within a month those are snapping off. He's growing out of them. Does this make sense? What a sweet, sweet, yeah, young man you've raised. And you've done it all a lot on your own. So I don't know if you're a single parent mom or if you're the one who's been around him, nurturing him the most, but I am seeing that. And I don't know why I'm hearing Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. What's that song? If you want to view paradise, just dun 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 dun. You can even eat the dishes. That's Candyland. You who can take a sunrise, cover it with it. Dun, 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 dun. I just keep hearing that song. I don't know why. Reminds me of Timothy Chalamet's going to be doing a new Willy Wonka movie. I don't know why I'm seeing that with you, but I am. Unless somebody made homemade candy. Because now I'm seeing a candy thermometer. You know, when people make the Candyman. Yeah, the Candyman can. The Candyman can, because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. You guys, I'm going to start recording all these songs and I'm going to put them on an album. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are like, don't do that. I don't know if she used to make candy or why I'm seeing that, but I'm literally seeing a candy thermometer. Yeah. The only other card she gives me for you, sweetheart, is she says, as I know you guys are so funny, as a soul, I can be in many places at one time. So as she shows me this, she can help you guys, you and your sister and your son. She can help everybody at the same time. She just keeps showing me that. Let me see anything else that I see. And stop thinking logical about your life. Don't dim your light to make other people feel good. Don't water down your dreams, because then you water down the outcome, or say, I just need a little bit of this so I can do this. She's like, you've always been a big dreamer. You are Sierra Desiree. Every time I've seen your name, it looks like it's supposed to be like up in lights or something like that. So whenever I see that with somebody, just so you know, I know, excuse me, that there's something that you're going to either birth or that you have an idea, either you with your sister or you with your son. Don't hold back and just move where you can now and let your spiritual team do the how. I hope that makes sense to you, because all your life you've been a big dreamer and you thought you were going to do something. And I don't know why she keeps showing me Beyonce when she was younger, always like dreaming ahead of time, always thinking she would be in that big house, and then she is now. There's something about yes, you have been. It's possible. Just keep saying it's possible. I don't have to know how. I just need to move in that direction. But my dreams are possible. And she is with you every step of the way. And as I pull back to see anything else, I am being drawn to the month of April. Since she passed, I've been kind of putting things on pause. Yeah, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I know it'll happen at the right time. Do you know what I mean? She just doesn't want you to give up on that dream. She just does not want you to give up on that dream. She just doesn't. Yeah. And she does show me April. I am being drawn to the month of April. My son was born in April and her birthday was in April. I love that. And Miss Kiki, I was just thinking, do you guys know each other? While I was giving Sarah Desiree her reading, I was like, I hear Miss Kiki. I literally was going to say that, but I don't know if you guys are like related or not. So I'm like, I'm not going to say her name. Are you kidding me? I should have just said it, but I was like, no, that's one of my the other people that I read. I love this. Yeah, you guys are, and then there's Isaac. So that's Sierra Desiree, Miss Kiki, and Isaac, right? Yeah, you guys are and this is for you guys, and then anybody else in here. Yeah, you always bring me so much comfort. I'm so glad. Isaac, hi. Okay, is your auntie. This is all making so much sense now. So as I give them all this message and share this with you guys, us playing small serves no purpose. So if you have an idea or something that you want to do, just do it. I went to school with at Cal Poly. I graduated in 1991, but before I graduated, some good friends of mine, Kurt and Kevin, were like, we have an idea and we're going to start doing these juicing drinks. And we're all like going to Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Burger King, McDonald's. We're like, juicing drinks? They're like, yeah, it's going to be the new thing. So they did their senior project on it and had us come down to their little juice club business and say, here, try this. And we were like, yeah, it's great. Wheatgrass, hooray. Warm carrot juice, yeah. And we filled out these little surveys and we're like, well, this is a great idea. Good luck with everything, you guys. And as we left, my dogs are snoring. We all laughed. We're like, nobody's going to want that. Nobody's going to want warm carrot juice. That's what we said. Got in our car and we drove off. Fast forward to, I have a daughter and I'm pregnant and I need kind of like a drink, and she has this thing with fruit. So she had a texture thing. I don't know if any of your kids have that, but she wouldn't eat for me. So I got a Vitamixer and I didn't feel like making the drinks that day. So we went into Jamba Juice and I got her strawberries wild, and everybody laughed because I was pregnant. And so I got a small cup and a big cup, but she wanted the big cup. So I leave with my little small cup. And as I look by the door, it says, welcome to Jamba Juice, formerly known as Juice Club. And there on the little picture, you can look at it on their website, are there other people I did not know, but there's Kurt and Kevin. And those are the people that invented Jamba Juice. So you might have an idea that people are laughing at, right? If they're laughing, everybody laughs at an idea when it's first out. But if you're passionate about it and you want to do it, follow your heart. You guys, I'm a medium that talks to people you can't see. I write books to help people heal, but I also write children's books. Like, there are no limits to what you can do. This is one of my favorite books. It's called The Adventures of Jimmy and His Red Jacket. I'm writing the second book right now. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a movie one day. It is. I just know it is. I don't know when. I just know it is. Because every time I read this book, to reread it or to share it with kids, I picture it being like Stand By Me, Harry Potter. Like, it's just going to be. And people laugh, and sometimes I laugh and question, but I wouldn't have known how far I could go until I started. And you're always going to be scared. The first time I did a reading for somebody, I thought I was going to pass out. My comment wouldn't send like 5 minutes ago, but I just said I love Isaac too. He's so sweet. So you guys hang in there with your ideas. Don't let other people tell you what's silly or not. We have a lot of people who can't. Oh, when I shared that book with you guys, Sarah, we have a lot of people who are afraid to dream, or they've had their dreams didn't turn out for whatever reason. That's not about you. Don't let other people tell you that writers aren't going to be able to write, inventors aren't going to be able to invent. You're welcome. You guys are more magical. And we have people in this group where you guys feel like you're just so average. This won't work out for you. Someone's got to make it. Might as well be you. Do you know what I mean? You're welcome, Nicole. You're welcome, Roxanne. Yes, manifesting is incredible. And it does not make sense. But I've seen this vision forever. Do you know what I mean? So come on, you guys. Let's lift this up. No more listening to like logical, like, oh, we can't do this because the economy and I'll never know. It's coming. It's coming. Everybody right now, let's just take a break. It's coming. My ideas are coming. My health is coming. My healing is coming. Yes, Elena, let's claim it. Yes. Oh, and you're Sierra's mom. Hi, Nicole. My daughter hopes her book will be a movie. Write it down. Everybody say it's coming. My home is coming. My beach house is coming. My abundance is coming. My healing is coming. My body is healing. And that's coming. Hi, Ash. Yes, it is coming. It is coming. That vacation where I'm going to go and bring my kids, that's coming. Nicole, your daughters, watch that movie Joy. The Disney cruise is coming. It is coming. All I have to do is do my best every day. My Etsy shop is coming. That's right. This group, that's it. I just need to know, yes, when. I'm tired of waiting. It's coming. A lot of us have been planting and doing our garden for a very long time and going, what the heck? I saw this vision. Are my angels teasing me? No, it's coming. My health, everything's coming. Your joy, your power, your abundance, it's all coming. I believe in you guys. Whew. Thank you guys so much. Whew. Celebrate good times. Come on. And I just know that I'm going to have you guys reaching out, DMing me and sending me messages and saying, Julie, you're not just going to believe what happened. You've been telling me you've been seeing this my whole life and I didn't believe it. And we just met somebody and this happened. That's right. Your book. And it's going to help so many people. That's right, Isaac. That is right. There's a train track by us and it is honking. In Isaac and then Desiree and Nicole and Miss Kiki, we were talking about how they lived by the railroad tracks. There's a train and that just honked 3 times. Success, health, finances, business, friendship, it's all coming. Balance. Whew, confidence, joy, all of it. Friendships, gathering, all of it, you guys. Delilah is coughing. Don't worry about her. She licks her little fur and then she coughs about this time when I'm doing readings. It's coming. Thank you guys so much for that. Kim, I did not forget about you. And then Pink Petal and Linda. 1, 2, 3 is the magical combination. Exactly. It's still honking. The train is still honking. I'm here for it. Health, money. Yes. Katie, I believe in you, honey. I believe in it. Okay, so Kim, you're next. I'm going to pull some cards. Kim, can you let me know who you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Nobody, I sent the question about my job. Okay, so I always bring a spirit forward to help me. And I do feel a younger male coming and he shows me this, showing me that he's guiding you and helping you. I don't know if also your father's crossed over, but I have a younger male, like brother, cousin. And then I also have, was there, when you were a part of the group reading, was there something about a Journey song, like Open Arms or something like that? Brother, okay. People will always say, oh my God, Julie, you have the best memory. I don't actually. Well, I do have a good memory. Yes. Okay. He's being very consistent and coming through. I cried. Yes. I just couldn't remember the song. Yep. That's why he comes through. Thank you. Thank you. And I have no earthly worries. And this makes me feel like with you, will you get this job? Will it be coming through? He literally just showed me red tape, and it's hard to be patient around red tape. And he does say that the industry that you're working on to get this is understaffed, so there's not a lot of like money around it. Does that make sense? There's like not a lot of money around it at this time. So I just feel like I'm either getting the runaround, like they say, oh, I'm going to call you Monday, but then it happens on Wednesday. And I just keep hearing at this time of the year, they're getting a lot of requests, but they don't have the staff. So here's what I do. When I am waiting for something and I've seen a vision on it and I've prayed on it and I've journaled on it and I say, this is the direction I'm going to be going because this is where I feel I need to go. Every time I call upon you guys tell me to go this way. If it's not coming yet, I pull back my energy. I say, show me what I can do now. And you guys do the how. And sometimes I'll hear something like, go get a massage, get your feet rubbed. And I'll be like, no, I want an action. I want to help this move forward. They're like, we're working like behind, it's like the curtains behind Oz for Wizard of Oz. We are working on this. Don't think it's an illusion to think we're not working on this. So I always get a white candle. I light it. I look into the flame. It helps to play music. Like I like Disney music, so I always put on like Hercules, Go the Distance. I am on my way. I can go the distance. I play music like that. I look into the flame and then I blow it out and then I go on a walk or I watch a high energy movie or I borrow hope. Sometimes when I'm going through something like you are, when I'm in the waiting period and I've already done everything I can and I keep getting pushed out, like it's not going to happen today, call us tomorrow, and you're like, good God, which day do I need to know about this? Do you know what I mean? Because this needs to be coming. Is this making any sense to you? You should know between the 7, it's like a week and a half. You should know within a week and a half. That's how I keep seeing 7 to 8 days, 7 to 8 business days. Do they, the organization that you work on, do they not work on the weekends or something? I called today and left a message and they never returned my call. Tomorrow is the 8th. Okay. 7 to 8. Oh, okay. So I just heard 7 to 8 days. 7 to 8 days. Karima, I never knew that you actually do cards. I do. I have these cards by James von Prague that I do every once in a while. But if people message you through here and say, I have a card for you, I never DM you to tell you I pulled a card ever. I will never message you. So red tape necessarily isn't a bad thing. I know it's a bad thing when you have to wait, but things, what you're going through, it reminds me of taxes. Do you know what I mean? Where it's a form and it has to be filled out very specific. So it's not red tape on your side, red tape on their side. I feel like they're understaffed. Whoever you're working with is understaffed. But I do feel like it's happening, and I don't know. Can I just, are you okay with if I share what you're doing, Kim? Are you, so it's like, yes, okay, thank you. So how do I want to word it? That you're advocating for foster child or kids. I don't actually know the term about it. I just remember kind of the energy around it, where you're advocating for kids, right? Can I ask you something? Did you, in the things, women and kids in CPS and in foster care, thank you. Caseworker, I got you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Why am I seeing a robe? Are you already getting things in order? Are you in a robe right now? When I pull back to see anything that can help you with this, I literally am seeing like a robe, you know? Robe. Why would you show me that? She has not got one. There's nothing setting up for the girls or the kids if she should get them. Would you be, if this does happen, would it be for a girl, like a teenage girl? And the only other thing I can think of, yes, you told me my sister is isolated and not getting out. Is she, okay, sister Cross County, okay. Is your sister at home like in a robe? I don't think that's it. No, that's not it. Okay, so hold on. Oh, she's living in a robe. Okay. Robe. Okay, thank you. I don't think that's it. So this isn't going to make any sense, but I'm just going to tell you what they tell me when I'm getting ready to do something big. Is they always say, up your self-care. So if you haven't gotten a massage in a long time and your shoulders are hurting and you're worrying, go be somewhere right now where you can receive and get ready, because it is coming. And I feel like you're going to be very busy, but to help yourself relax during this time. And they said she's a doer. This isn't going to make any sense to her, but when I see in a reading everything's done and you don't need to do anything else but wait, I always encourage you to up your self-care. The moms might be, these moms might be, they could be homeless. No, it's a sign for me is like you just bought a robe. You're in a robe, or it means to go pamper, like at a spa. No, it doesn't mean that. You can do things to stay organized, but that's not the advice where I'm seeing. And now I'm smelling a spa. So find a way that you can up your self-care. They're saying that they want to help you relax. It's almost like, okay, so let me just take a break. Because I can see a lot of worried and anxiousness around this, and I'm trying to rise above the current situation. So when I was pregnant with my daughter, she was not coming out. No matter how much I pushed, no matter which angle we went, she was not. The moment I got the epidural, which doesn't seem right, like why would I get an epidural? I should be pushing. I don't see how the epidural is going to help. Once I relaxed, after 10 hours of pushing, I took a power nap for 45 minutes. And I came out of a coma. I woke up to them saying, okay, now you need to push, the baby's coming. And I was like, what? You're telling me 10 hours of pushing and that baby didn't move an inch? And you give me the epidural and I fall asleep and she's coming out now? This makes no sense to me. So this isn't going to make sense because you're used to getting SHIT done and you're used to doing it really intense. If we're learning something different and we're learning that I can't be intense about this, I'm going to have to learn how to get a massage and sit back and be in an ebb and flow. Everything you're learning and experiencing while you're waiting for that thing to come to you is going to help you with that thing. So the energy of what you're starting to take on is different from anything that you've ever done before. And the habits that you had before, though they were good and they helped you get SHIT done, they are no longer required for the new energy that you're moving into. And so what you're learning while you're waiting is going to help you with that thing. So this is all about balance and self-care. And this is one time where it's like you've already done everything that you needed to do. You get it? So now an inaction is many times the thing that we need to do to heighten our energy so that we have clarity, so that we get rest, so that we can see more clear. And that's going to be so important to you for this process. Because if you keep going at the pace where you did and you don't take breaks, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to get crabby to yourself and other people. And I keep hearing you hate it when you do that. So this is different. So you're going to go and you're going to work and then you're going to relax and have self-care. It's a new thing for you, they're telling me, because it feels like, it feels like it hurts to relax. Feels like putting on braces. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to align. And I do hear between 7 to 8 business days. So it's not that the phone call, lack of phone call, or them calling you means anything except all I can see is this lady sitting at a table, desk with a stack of paperwork is the analogy they're giving me. So I feel like you're next on the list, but something came up and paperwork wasn't done for someone else before you. So she has to fix that and then she can call you. That's what I'm hearing. So have faith. And I don't know, this is totally random. If you don't like turtlenecks or anything tight around your neck, but they will tell me things of the unknown and then you're the best, thank you. Then they'll tell me something that's a pet peeve of yours. That you do not like turtlenecks or anything tight around your neck. It's like too hot. I cannot wear turtlenecks either. I can't wear turtlenecks. I can't wear necklaces. I have this neck thing. I just can't. If I ever did wear a turtleneck, I scratch or stretch the crap out of it. Kelly does it, and I hate them. Yes, Kelly loves them. Okay. Yeah, me neither, Julie. Oh my gosh, I have a friend. She's always like, that outfit would look so cute with a turtleneck. I'm like, I'm having a panic attack with just you talking about a turtleneck. I'm not even like wearing it. You're just talking about a turtleneck. See, I'm like getting hot. This is not a joke. I wore a huge one today. LOL. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't. I just can't. But that's okay. But I hope that helped you. I know we went a little bit longer than you were thinking, but I couldn't grasp the energy. And just for anybody else listening to that, sometimes we're like, well, Julie, I can't. I'm wearing a turtleneck and a sweater. Oh my gosh. I hate them. Yep, same. And some people say, Julie, I don't have the money to go get a massage. I understand that. I just made a sugar scrub for myself. It costs like $3. I watched it on here. I lit candles in my bathtub and put on some music and had my own spa at home. Move where you can, okay? Yes, I did. I messaged you on Venmo. I really appreciate that, Kim. Thank you so much. So Kim and Dr. Renee, and I think Sherry's in here too, were part of the Zoom group that I had. Thank you. And sorry, Jenny, I know I saw you coming in. Once I start the circle, I can't break the energy. So sorry about that, but I'm going to have another one for my moderators like I did last year. So I'll invite you to that. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. I am pulling back from that. And then Linda, or Rose, no, Rose, pink petal, and then Rose. It's pink petal and then Rose. Thank you. So Rose, how are you, pink petal? There you are. Pink Petal, thank you for letting me give you this reading today. Can you let me know who you want to hear from today? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Your best friend. Okay. Can I ask you, is your mom crossed or a mother figure for you? Or was your friend like a mentor also? I have like, whenever I have like a mother figure crossed over, I need to pay attention to that. Hold on one second. And is your name Rose? That's going to help me out too. And what's interesting is my mom passed away on August 8th and your name has 808. Mother is here. Okay. I have mother figure crossed over. So grandmother who helped raise you or was more part of your life than just a grandmother. And I keep hearing the name Mary either here or crossed over. Yes, Rose, which is such a beautiful name. Do you know somebody named Carrie? Carrie, either here or crossed over? Did you go to school with your friend? The other thing I keep seeing are school books. Carrie. Yes, Carrie here. Thank you. That's how they'll show me that too. God and angels to show me what I need to know. This is totally random, Rose, but are you anemic? I get this card for you from her. I watch over you every day. Look, and I'm so much better now. This is totally random, but do you have a headband? Okay. Carrie is here. I'm so drawn to like female energy around you. Hold on one second. Did you go to school with him? I watch over you every day and I'm so much better now. And Carrie is here. Did you go to school with your BFF? And did you guys have, why am I seeing the movie Pretty in Pink with Molly Ringwald and Ducky? Does that make sense to you? Was he your sidekick? Oh, did you drive a car Magia? Here goes Delilah. Thank you, Delilah. And if you can't comment, jump out and come back in. Okay. Thank you. So you're BFF and there's someone Jessie crossed over too? I met her after she graduated high school. Okay. I keep seeing that movie Pretty in Pink. So I don't know if that's someone's favorite color or someone had that relationship like Molly Ringwald and Ducky. Okay, thank you. Can you show me anything? Okay. If other people are coming forward and someone that you wanted to hear from is not coming forward, then as they cross over, they look at their life. They're either happy of their life or they're not. And if he has regret of some kind, if he didn't get a chance, Jessie was all about the glam. Thank you. Which is like Molly Ringwald. Say the thing that you were just going to say. Go back to the thing that you just said. So if ever I get numb, it's that someone passed away from an action of theirs, or they didn't get a chance to say goodbye to somebody. But Jessie's energy is higher, grandmother energy is higher. But as I pull your friend, and is there a Tom or a T here or crossed over? I get kind of numb. Does that make sense to you when I say that about him? Yes, 100%. Okay. So his energy's heavier. Okay, so hold on, thanks. Says, and I'm being drawn to the month of September too, being someone's birthday and or day of passing, or they can be a Scorpio. I don't know why I saw that. I don't think September is Scorpio, but they're trying to show me astrological or end the month that they either here or crossed over. Sorry. Whew. And he keeps drawing a T name over and over again. So if that makes sense, perfect. If not, put that to the side. Feels like a guy's name like Tim, Tom, either here or across. He shows me that. So as I acknowledge that he had an action and that's what caused his passing, his energy's a bit higher. Do you know what I mean? His energy's a bit higher. He says that you were the glue in the group friendship that always kept everybody together. So I don't know if you always worried about him or that was people's worry. Is that, yes, okay, so sorry. There's worry that this was going to be something that would happen to him, and then it did. But I know from him that the energy he shows me is that when he was here, he shined really bright. But when it was dark with him, it was really dark. And I feel like there are times he went MIA before he actually passed away, where people were already like waiting for that bad phone call, like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen? Do you understand what I'm saying? So as he shows me that and he crosses over and he looks at his life, I feel like he had the most amazing friends and the most amazing family, but I feel like he just didn't believe in himself, if that makes any sense, because he had big dreams, like, I'm going to be in a band and I'm going to sing and I'm going to do something great. And then when he didn't match that, each time a dream didn't come true for him, he kept being harder on himself. Does that make sense? So he doesn't want you guys to see him in your mind's eye, like how he left this plane. And don't ever let someone tell you when someone passes away this way that they are stuck. Yes, he was always without self-esteem. Yes. So he was a self-sabotager because he had great friends and a great idea, but what happened to him, and I don't know why he should just showed me John Travolta from the movie Grease. If he looked like John Travolta or if he had a leather jacket like that. You know how they did in the Thunderbirds, like how they had the black leather jacket? I'm seeing that. I don't know why. But just know he's just saying, please don't see me like that. I'm so much better off. So what spirits do, this is for Rose or anybody else, when they look over and they do a life review and they see how they left or how they treated people, sometimes they regress. So when he comes through, he really feels like he's 8, 9, or 10 years old. He feels very youthful to me. He thought they were good friends, but they're not exactly. So he was self-sabotager. All the good friends like you guys that he had, that group who believed in him, who looked out for him, he went for the people who were want to manifest fast and do the next best fun thing, even though in the long run it's like that's not going to be good for you. It's like an easy fix now, like we're going to party and numb this energy, but tomorrow I'm going to have to wake up and face this. Do you know what I mean? So as he crossed over, yes, thank you. He saw the pain that he caused everybody. Yes, never got to say goodbye to him. Got the text that he was gone. I understand. And you being the little mama and always wanting to keep the group together, there's a part of feeling guilty. Please don't feel like that for him. He's showing me. Please don't think of how I was when I left. I'm younger and more carefree now. I feel like in elementary school, he did really well. Middle school, and then middle school, he started changing already. And then high school, that's where it all started to go crazy for him. Say this thing one more time. Sing that song for me. I don't know why he's singing James Taylor's song. Does James Taylor sing that song, you guys? I'm going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. So I don't know if somebody's name is Carolina or Carolina or James or why I'm hearing that song, but I have to pay attention to everything, even if it doesn't make sense to me. And I am hearing that song. So it's either somebody, I was supposed to meet up with him in September. That's why he was drawing me this month of September. But you did nothing wrong. You have to forgive yourself, Rose. You have to forgive yourself. It was not up to you to fix him. This was of his own accord. He just said, you can't save everybody. So I don't know if you feel like, yeah, a little superhero cape. You can't save everybody, but you sure do make a difference. So just know he's showing me that. I am pulling back a little bit, but as he looked at his life and did a life review, he saw the people that he hurt, and he very much wants to make it up to you. So I always say, whenever I see somebody who tells me that they passed away too early and they were a shooting star, meaning when it was good with them, it was really good, and when it was bad, it was like volatile, bad. They'll tell me they were a shooting star. So look for signs in the shape of a star. I just am going to make a video about that later on, about my nephew Patrick, who passed. I see stars, sticker stars, all the time. One time I was down in Dana Point and I got out of my car, and it was like a teacher's supply cabinet had exploded, and there were like thousands of stars on the ground. You're welcome, Rose. He is at peace. Please don't feel guilty and think of him in pain. That's going to hurt you. Right now, he's crossed over and he's further healing over there. And when he's over there, he can make the decision if he wants to reincarnate and come back or just stay over there and help people. Okay? You were a great friend to him. He always felt a lot of support and love from you, just so you know that. So you have nothing to feel guilty about. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Linda, I'm going to do your reading. If anybody else paid, I will message you about when I go live again, or I can do, no, my list is going to be closed today. Sorry, Kareem. I have readings this week, a lot of Zoom and phone call readings and things like that. But I will probably be on next Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'm trying to go live on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on there, please double click on this as well. And Linda, are you still here? Sorry, I know it's taking a little bit longer. Thank you, Rose. Linda, thank you so much. Can you please let me know who you want to hear from today? Oh, perfect. Thank you. Can you let me know who you want to hear from today, Linda? I don't need to know their name. I just need to know who they are to you. Cousin. Okay. Is it a male cousin? And can I ask you, is somebody, you know how in high school you'll say, yes, okay, and you'll say they were a jock, meaning that they were in sports. Were they a jock? I feel like I'm saying the word wrong. In high school he was, thank you, because I keep seeing that. So can you show me anything else, sweetheart? Show me one more time. Okay. These are the cards I'm pulling. This is how I know that he's trying to show me who he's with. Actually, another card's coming out, so I'm just going to let it come. One of the things that he's saying is he has a new understanding, but he's also saying it's similar to the reading I did earlier. I can't remember who I did this for, maybe Tanya, where he's like, I crossed over, I have a new understanding, meaning when he was here, he would have thought like getting a card reading or doing spiritual thing was total BS. But now as he's crossed over, he sees it and he's like, I understand. This makes sense to me. And he's saying also for you, a couple years ago, I take you 2 or 3 years back, like you would have been interested in this, but I don't know if you 100% believed it. And it's the catalyst for a lot of people passing away at one time that is like made you believe in this more than ever now. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but he's like, she's still skeptical with other people. So you have to like be on and show her valid evidence, because she'll see some people and she's like, what? So you can spot a BSer a mile away. And then can I ask you, was he in the hospital before he crossed over? I see an IV, a dripping bag from an IV. And is someone in the medical industry or in ENT or something? Or did he go away in an ambulance? Okay, as long as this is making sense to you. Okay. So I have that card, and then I also hear you are never alone, but I feel like this one's from your dad, I have to tell you. So this is your cousin saying, I have a new understanding. This one's definitely from your dad in the hospital in an ambulance. Thank you, because I feel like I'm with an EMT. That's how it makes me feel. But your dad is also saying that you're never alone. And whenever I see this card, it's like you're shining like a lighthouse for other people. And now it's time to take a break and really let yourself be like, as much as everybody passing in this misunderstanding or not understanding, like, how did I not get a chance to say goodbye to people? Or why did they have to go? And there are people here on this planet that are not good. Why are they here? I know it doesn't make sense to me. But he's just saying that he's out of pain now with your dad too. He won't only let your cousin come in. I'm so sorry. But they're both talking about how they're out of pain. Did your dad pass first and your cousin pass second? Did your dad pass first and then your cousin pass second? Okay, good. And this is totally random, but did someone chew, I don't know what gum that is, Wrigley's gum? It's in a yellow, it's like juicy gum. I don't know what he's trying to say. My cousin passed my cousin passed first, then my cousin. Your dad. Yep, that's what I thought. Dad first and then cousin. Juicy fruit. Thank you so much. I love this group. Did someone chew juicy fruit gum? I think it came in like, it's like Wrigley's gum or juicy gum. It's in a yellow yellow wrapper. Yes, back in the day. Just know I just keep seeing it. I don't know why they're showing it to me, but they'll bring up things like that as well. Hold on one second. Say the thing. Is someone's birthday coming up? I smell what smells to me like a birthday cake, unless someone passed away around someone's birthday. It almost smells, it's like a vanilla, like an angel food cake. Oh my gosh. Your dad on Friday. Thank you. So if this was your way to like honor him, or you did something like that, or you're thinking about doing it, he's saying however you, I understand, thank you, however you want to do it, totally up to you. And I don't know if you ever did those like light they go to lighting ceremonies where it's like the little Chinese lanterns, you light those and then they fly up. They have ceremonies like that, but they're biodegradable, so they're not going to be like in the water or in nature or anything. My birthday, and I always do something for his birthday. Thank you. My daughter and I. Okay, thank you. Hi, Deborah. If you're looking for something different to go do, I don't know why I keep seeing those. And it's like from that movie Tangled, which is the Rapunzel movie. There is one coming up and I got something in the mail, then that's it. If he's like, just keep doing these rituals, like this will help you. And you can like go to one or you can do one individually. Because I feel like, I don't know why he just showed me, you do not like crowds. Like who does? But some people can tolerate it. I just feel like your tolerance level with dealing with crowds, traffic, and a bunch of people sounds like nails on a blackboard to me. Do you know what I mean? It just sounds like so, I don't want to do it. No, I don't. Yeah. So that will just be a suggestion from him. It doesn't mean you actually have to go to that. Do you understand what he's saying? Say that again. Did he like Elvis or Johnny Cash? I can't tell the difference. And who sings that song? Maybe I didn't love you. That's Willie Nelson, right? Quite as often as I should have. Didn't love you. But you were always on my mind. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. I just said that earlier to someone. Yes, okay. But I am hearing this song, and I don't, Elvis and Johnny Cash to me look the same when I'm channeling, and I don't know who sings that song, but I'm hearing it. Yeah. Just so you know. And if I show, Willie Nelson sings that song? Yeah. Did Johnny Cash or Elvis ever? Elvis did sing that song. Okay, because I'm hearing the Elvis version. Yeah, but you were always on my mind. Just write it down. Yeah, write it down, Linda. It's so funny. And I don't know. I mean, I know what you do for a living because I've been lucky enough to give you a couple of readings. Your mom's a huge Elvis fan. That's why. Thank you. I don't know if someone got a ring that didn't fit or if their fingers are swelling and the ring doesn't fit anymore, but I feel like I'm either feeling guilty about not wearing this ring or my fingers are bigger. I can't wear this ring. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It would be something that just happened or is coming up. If it makes sense, perfect. If not, write it down. Unless someone's getting engaged. Nope, it's like somebody's got to get fitted for a ring. Well, that could be an engagement. Just know I'm seeing that. Okay, and as I pull back to see anything else, do you also know, is there a Peter either here or crossed over? Because as I pull back, I keep seeing a P name. He gave me a ring. Oh, but I haven't touched it because of the court thing. Got you. That's it. And if it fits you, great. If not, just know I'm seeing that. I feel like I can't wear it. So you haven't been wearing it because of the court thing. That's why he showed me that. That's okay. You're going to tie up this year with a bow on it. That's what he said. Peter. I will write it down. Like a P name, either here or crossed over. Felt like Peter. Okay, so as I pull back, it's around your cousin. Can you tell me anything else, sweetheart? Again, did he just pass? Did your cousin just pass? Because one of the things that he's saying he's trying to help people with is that when it's nonsensical, when people don't understand, why did he pass away? It's like, this is like one of those crazy things. Okay. I still keep feeling like upon his passing, this is how I feel. That people were like, well, why did he have to pass? Because he's still so young and he was a good person. And then other people are mean or they're not a good person and they're still here. I don't understand. For some reason, I keep seeing that. His sister, okay, wow. So everybody's like back to back. Yeah. Just write down the P name. It's like around him, his sister. He's definitely pulling that forward. So just know that's how he shows me. Anything else that you want me to tell her? Just your dad keeps saying that he's helping you in December and January wrap things up with a bow. So it makes me feel like that's around the court system, just so you know. Thank you, Linda. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you did pay for a reading and I didn't get to you, I pride myself on doing, you're welcome, Linda. Thank you for being here. I pride myself on doing these readings when I'm not tired. So if my energy gets a little bit more sleepy, I will either text you your reading, which I did for someone else in here before, or I'll tell you the next time I go live. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. I'm going to try to go over there as well to do these. Thanks, Kelly Lee. Thanks for helping us figure out things. I love that we have this chat, because if I don't know this song, you guys always will, like, so it's so wonderful. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm trying to think of anything else. One thing I like to remind us about the song you sang with Open With. That was for Kim. Thanks, Kim, for helping. You're so beautiful. So the other Kim, it's Open. It's the Journey song, Open Arms by Journey. It goes, so now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide, believe what I say. It's that song. And I'm going to put together my album by next year, so you guys can buy it and download it on Spotify. Journey, Open Arms. Yeah. Thank you guys. Best of luck with everybody. Yeah, I love that song too. Yeah. Take care of your guys' self around the holidays. Thank you for always being here, whether you're getting a reading or just being around the energy watching. Just know, yeah, Kim's like, I would buy it. You're such a supporter. As spirits cross over, they all do the same. They look at their life, beautiful energy, aloha, Roxanne, and they're either happy of their life or they're not. Either way, they've made it to their side. A spirit is never stuck, and they're going to send, it's your love for them and their love for you, where they're going to send you messages. Sometimes we know what those signs are. Sometimes it's like very small. The sticker I saw today was like so like as small as my fingernail, and that was like a little sticker of a star shape. That's how my nephew shows me signs. My mom's crossed over too. I don't see signs from her all the time, but if you are aching for a sign, you can just say, loved ones, I want a sign from you. Please show me a sign today, and then just let that go. And the rule of thumb is, if you have to ask if it was a sign, then it's a sign. It's that simple. But rest assured, they're always around you, watching over you, sending you love every day. Thank you guys for being here. Much love to you. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, moderators. Take care, everybody. Good